That's in part my fault. And, I had tomatoes that are juicy. It made sense that I kind of needed to eat that last bite with a fork. I'm not going to hold it that much against them, only a little bit, because I do like being able to eat my whole burger with just my hands. The French fries were nice. They were a little...
little juliennes?
What would you call those? Those really thin fries?
Juliennes?
Julienne? I thought julienne fries was just any fries.
No, I think the julienne ones are the thin ones.
Okay.
Like shoestring, right?
Shoestring. I think that's what I was looking for.
I'm pretty sure julienne is shoestring, like in English. You buy a bag of those shoestring fries. It's going to say like julienne /
because
julienne.
julienne fries is also a thing in English.
I think.
I remember as a young person on watching an infomercial would be like, "And you can make julienne fries."
I'm sticking to my guns and saying that they're both the same.
So what's the difference between a shoestring and a matchstick French fry?
I've never heard of a matchstick French fry. So
matchstick French fry, I feel, is a thin French fry that stays straight. These were kind of some curved and stuff.
Curved. I don't think I've ever heard of matchstick French fry either.
Really?
Yeah, I'm sorry. You're on your own.
It may be a thing I've made up. Okay.
Yep.
And it was a good burger.
Yes, it was.
It tasted really good. I was halfway through the burger. I was just enjoying it before I decided, Seba, pause, focus on this burger. How much do you really like this burger? And the answer is a lot. I really enjoyed that burger. Also, chocolate milkshakes were pretty good. You were saying it's hard to mess up a chocolate milkshake.
Yeah. Except if you go to McDonald's, and they're pretty good at messing it up.
Super sweet, way too thick.
Yeah.
You're getting a headache just trying to suck the milkshake through the straw.
Yeah. Like, what do they use to sweeten that stuff? Like, it's
just a hard chocolate syrup.
Yeah. It's too much.
And see, now, I love me a milkshake. Especially in the middle of summer, I love a milkshake. In this city, though, it's not that easy to find a milkshake. There are a couple ice cream joints, sure. But then it's like McDonald's or bust. If you're not near one of those ice cream places.
It's also the winter, isn't it not?
Well, it's technically
spring.
spring.
But even in
spring
summer,
has sprung.
All right.
Doesn't feel like it outside
no,
today,
not at all.
No.
So oftentimes in the summer, I find myself settling for a McDonald's milkshake.
Usually ends a lot of disappointment.
That's true. I've actually switched now to their smoothies. Their smoothies are really pretty good. Oh, yeah.
Never had it.
They use real fruit.
Also healthier.
It's real good. So now you both know.
Yeah.
And they're a very affordable price.
And actually, the McFlurry is not bad either.
That's true.
I
need
think
a spoon.
Yeah, you need a spoon. But like, I'm so disappointed with their milkshakes that I usually just end up getting a McFlurry because I know it's going to be good. Can't suck it with a straw, which you seem to really love to do.
I like drinking with a straw.
Yeah, it's fine. It's not a must for me.
You still got one hand for doing activities.
Yeah.
What activities are you doing while you're
I could
I
be drinking a milkshake and doing some on my phone.
Wow.
If I'm eating
That's
with
an
a
activity?
spoon, it was just something that came to mind. I could be
paddleball.
I could be doing some
Yeah. What are those called?
paddleball?
I don't
Ball
know.
on string?
Ball
With
and
paddle?
string paddle thing. Yes.
One of those. Did you ever get to try? Either of you guys get to try the oh shoot! I'm forgetting what it's called. Red. It's a red cake.
Red velvet.
Red velvet.
Delicious.
Is what I'm thinking.
They had a red velvet. I don't know if it's still there. Red velvet McFlurry.
Yeah,
you get
I've
to try
tried
that?
Yeah.
What'd you think of that?
It was good. I mean, it was pretty sure it's just ice cream. They put some like cranberry or raspberry
syrup
and
some sort of chocolate. Because
I
red velvet
guess.
is like a red colored chocolate. No.
No, usually red velvet cake is like a red cake with like
I thought it was like
a
chocolate,
cheese,
but with a red coloring, and then you get some cheese on the outside. I think you might be
I don't
right
think there's
about
any
this
chocolate in a
cranberry
red
business.
velvet.
Because the one I had was like an Oreo.
Yes, they put
McFlurry
Oreo. They put Oreo with
this
the
red
raspberry,
syrup.
and they call it a red velvet. Yeah, that's what it was. Maybe
Maybe
it was
that's
good.
what I was thinking. Anyway, it was pretty
But,
good. It was like a little
very
too
accurate.
much, but it was all right. So Matthew,
Yes.
burger ratings?
Okay, we're gonna go with. I'm thinking about it now. I enjoy.
Kevin, do you have your burger rating lined up? Maybe we need to
pretty
explain
close.
the scale again. It's a scale of 1 to
Let's do it.
10. 1 being poison,
Yes.
and 10 being $100 burger.
Okay.
It doesn't need to cost $100, but
Has to feel.
if you ate it and said, would I pay $100 for this burger? Your answer might be yes.
It's like when you feel like $1 million. Like,
Very
don't-
much,
oh,
yes.
I never have $1 million in the bank, but
Exactly.
once every 3 years, I feel like $1 million.
A 5 is it's a fine burger. It's fine. It's just fine. And 7 was sort of what we decided was good. Do you know what number you're at, or you're calculating now?
I'm calculating. I think I need
hamster's in the
to.
wheel. It's turning.
I think that I like to revisit the aspects of the burger.
So while Kevin's thinking, Matthew,
Yeah, I'm going to break it. Sorry. I'm going to break it down by shiny bun, but not greasy. So that's good. We got the ingenuity with the little cage under the plate, the little grate there. Everything, just the choice they gave me to, what degree did I want my burger cooked to. This burger's getting an 8. I've done it.
that's a
There we go.
good score.
That's
8.
Is that the best score we've given so far?
I think it may be, because this burger, if the burger fell apart like it did for you, I may grade it a point lower, a whole point lower. But I managed to eat the whole thing without resorting to a fork and knife fiasco there. So
Okay.
I'm giving it an 8.
Wow, that's a very good score. Kevin, where do you stand on this burger?
I'm feeling pretty much the same as Matthew, except I kind of disagree with you guys about the breaking of the burger. If it's falling apart, it's not that big of a deal to me, because not every burger will be the same. And a good burger joint will have freshly made patties that are all special in their own way, and they can't all be perfectly held together.
Sure. See, now, I don't know about you, Matthew, but when I'm talking about a burger falling apart, I'm talking about the content sliding out from between the buns. If a patty crumbles because they're using fresh beef, that's almost an extra point. That's fantastic. But I want the burger as a sandwich deal to be able to stay together.
Okay.
Yeah, see, I'm not gonna give them put out a shepherd's pie and put a bun on top, bun on the bottom, called a shepherd's pie burger, and have there be no way to eat it like a burger, because it's not a burger anymore. It's got to be
point.
You got to be able to eat it like a burger.
Okay. All right. Well,
Thank you for that clarification.
yes, that was good. That was so good bun, good patty, fresh veggies, nice little spice. Good. They have nice little homemade mayos, I guess. Presentation was nice. I'm feeling
price,
it's like a
price. Factor that in.
Price is a factor.
Well, I mean, it's anything you feel like making a factor is a factor,
I mean,
really.
we're just
Matthew factors in sometimes that it's not served on a plate, so
Yes,
it's anything that
that's
you want
true.
is a factor. And these burgers, just for context, were basically between $12 and $18, depending on how big of a patty you get. You get a choice between a 3, 6, and 9 ounce patty.
Yeah, let's say between $10 and $18, because the basic burger I think was $10.
Okay,
but there's
fair enough.
nothing on
A
there.
10 3 ounce burger.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a little pricey, but it's not that bad.
It's not crazy.
I had a $13 burger.
Yeah.
but it doesn't come with anything.
Sure. And the fries were what, $3, which isn't
$3.
that expensive. I mean, it's more expensive
No.
than McDonald's fries, but that's what McDonald's plays in the cheap
Yeah.
zone.
So if I went to factor in price, are we doing 0.5s or just be like?
Yeah,
it's-
0.5s are totally eligible. No 0.25s. Let's not
No,
get crazy.
no, that's insane. Come on. I give it 8.5.
8.5.
8 because of the price. Let's
Let's
say for
keep
factoring
in
the
mind,
price.
7 is a good burger, and 10 is a $100 burger.
$100 burger is a 10. Yeah, but honestly, I don't think I could ever rate a burger a 10. But there's probably a decent amount of 9s out there.
Probably. I mean, I fantasize of the day that I find that 10
Yeah.
point burger.
Don't we
Matthew
all?
fantasizes about the day that we get the 1 point burger, and we're
Really?
poisoned.
Wow.
I want to cover the scale, and right now it's a little too much.
Too much in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. 8. 8. That's my final answer.
We've got consensus. 8's all around.
What? Are you giving it an 8? You're not going to give it an 8.5 this time?
I was usually I'm a 0.5 lower.
Lower.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was thinking 7.5 while I was eating the burger, and I decided on 8. I kind of wanted to take off a little bit of the score on having to eat that last bite with a fork. But you know what? I didn't mind. It was still great. Especially because I could have eaten it with my fingers. I just decided I didn't want to get juices all over my hand. I was being a little snooty about it.
Yeah,
I could have done it. I just went for it.
I can respect that.
I could not. Instantly judging him.
You were using a fork though, Matthew, weren't you? Or were you?
For the fries.
For the fries. Okay.
Fries.
All right. Matthew doesn't like getting his fingers dirty. That was a really good burger. They had so many choices. They all sounded really good. And I ended up choosing something that wasn't crazy. I tried to choose something sort of normal-ish.
Yeah.
And it was goddamn delicious. The bun was tasty bun. The burger was still a little pink and juicy and delicious. You mentioned the fresh vegetables. I noticed.
Yeah.
I noted when I
crisp.
bit into my first bite how juicy that tomato was.
Yeah.
I know that doesn't do anything for Matthew, but
I noticed how juicy that tomato was when I slid it out of the burger.
But this is this the first time we have a burger consensus? Plus, we have a third person also on board with the 8.
It's rare. We've never had it.
Medium rare. Ooh.
Oh, boo!
Terrible. Yeah. I'll accept a boo.
You got to put in a boo sound effect every like a bunch of. Yep, first time.
That's
Unless it isn't.
And is this also the highest score we've given a burger? I think I gave Cosmos a 7 or a 7.5.
I think you gave it a 7.5.
7.5. And that was a good burger. I mean, not as... I think this burger was a little... I mean, it was definitely fancier and more expensive. But it was only a little bit better than that burger, which is kind of a greasy, just sort of normalish diner burger, but just happens to be very good.
How much does the Cosmos burger cost?
It's like $5.
$5?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's a big burger?
Not really. It's normal. Like they probably put on like the normal size regular bun that you get at a grocery store.
Okay.
You know, not that big or sesame seed sized one, but like a regular palm hamburger bun. So it's a little smaller than this burger. This one's a little more substantial. They don't give you that many fries, but you know what? After that burger, you don't need that many fries. I think ordering a double burger at this place, which is an option, would be too much.
Oh, okay. So
No,
$5.
I'm saying where we went today.
Where we went. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought you meant like at Cosmos.
There are no fries at Cosmos.
No fries. Okay,
They give you
for
some home
$5.
fries, some breakfast home fries. $5 just the burger.
Okay, makes sense.
But where we went today, there are other burger options. I feel like if we got a 9-ounce burger, it would have been maybe almost too much.
Maybe.
And you could double up any patty, and that would have been like... I feel like if you go double up a patty, you could maybe only do a double 6-ounce burger. After that,
I saw the
you're
9-ounce
nuts.
one. It was like
Double
a
9-ounce.
baseball of meat. You
I
can't
do like a
double that one
baseball
up.
steak, though.
Yo, yeah.
I think that's what I'm getting.
Different
Tuesday.
story though.
So I think that pretty much wraps it up. Anything else you want to bring up, Matthew?
No, I really got nothing. I hope this is not the last we'll see of Kevin.
Well, if I heard I was invited for in 2 years from now on the 50th anniversary.
You get that fish bone out of your mouth, and we'll talk. No, it's good. I didn't know how it would go with 3 people.
It worked out pretty well.
Well, we should get another mic.
Yeah, we're going to invest now.
Because
Take the next step.
I feel
It's
like
intimate though.
It's intimate, but I'm really not looking at you, Kevin. I can see
No,
out
it's-
of the corner of my eye, but I can't talk and look at you.
That's true. I need to get a triangular table or something.
Yeah, work on that. You're good at getting tables.
Or just another mic would do the job.
Yeah, all right. Kevin, was anything you'd like to say before we sign off?
Nope.
So, big thanks to our first guest. Congratulations on being the first guest, Kevin.
Well, thanks guys for inviting me.
It's really a privilege that only one person will ever have.
Being the first guest, that's right.
That is true.
And no one can ever take that away from you, Kevin.
They won't.
Nobody
On my cold dead hands.
Nobody can ever do that. It's yours.
So this has been Cadeau and Janko, Wednesdays at Lunch,
Burger Edition.
with Kevin Agostino at Burger Royale. It was a good burger, highest rated burger consensus. This is exciting.
Yeah, 8's all around.
So Matthew, we're probably going to go for lunch next week. What do you feel? What do you think we should get?
Let's get a burger.